Hello everyone, my name is Ruchita Pachiga, an educator of Sri Edge Gajera English Medium School Primary Section, Katagam branch. Today we learn about noun in our English grammar. Very first definition of noun. Noun definition is, noun is a naming word. Noun is a naming word, name of a person, place, animal and thing we include in our noun. Let's see with picture. Here is a place is given, person is given, thing is given, animal is given. So these all are called our noun. Very first we are taking person. Here girl and boy, that's we include in the category of person. Second is the place. Garden and building, that's the place there we can go. That comes in place category. Third is animal, turtle, panda and owl. That's come in animal category. Remember everyone, we include in animal category birds and insects also. Fourth is thing. Sliding, clock and book. This called things. All the things are coming in our category of thing. Everything around us has a name. Our world is full of nouns. These names help us to identify or differentiate between person, place, animal and things. Because noun is called a naming word. Let's see with some examples. Very first, the girl makes a garland. Here, girl, that's person, garland, that's the thing. So here, in person category, we had taken the example of girl, and for the thing category, we had taken the example of the garland. Now, with the second example, my friend is going to the fair. Here, in person category, we had taken friend, and for the place category, we had taken fair. So, friend, that's also noun. Fair is also noun. My sister and I saw a hippo in the zoo. See here with this example, we find three different types of categories noun. Very first is about the person, sister is a person. Hippo, that's an animal. And remember this thing, in animal category we include birds and insect also. And zoo, that's a place. There we can go. So that comes in this place category. Now we are continue with the types of nouns. There are 5 types of nouns. Very first is common noun. Second is proper noun. Third is collective noun. Fourth is countable noun. And fifth is uncountable noun. Now we start with very first common noun. The common noun, that's general name. That's the general name of a person, place, animal and thing. That's all called common noun. We are taken as generally, like the example boy, like the example uncle, teacher, doctor, engineer. This is the example of the person. For place, like city, like society, like school, library, hospital. In the L category of animal, we had taken birds and insect also. So all the name of the birds, insect and animal that we taken as commonly. Thing, so many things we have, like TV, like mobile, like pen, like pencils. These all are included in our common noun. Common noun do not begin with a capital letter. So please remember this thing. Common noun do not begin with a capital letter. Let's see with some examples for this. Here, the singer gave a stunning performance. Here, underlined word is singer. Here we take singer as a common noun because we don't know about who is that person. So that is why we had taken just only singer commonly. That's a person, either boy or girl. He is watching a cartoon show. Here, cartoon show, that is not clear. Just only written cartoon show. So that's commonly we had taken so. In the third, we are going to an amusement park. Park name is not clear. Commonly we had taken an amusement park. So underline these all the words. That's a commonly taken. Last is about this is a cat. So cat, that is here commonly taken. That's it. These all the things include in our common noun because person, place, animal and things names are not clear. We had taken generally. So these all are come in our common noun. Now, second point. Second point is proper noun. Proper noun is also called spatial name. A person, a name of a person, place, animal and thing we include in proper noun. So all the name of the person, all the name of the places, all the names of the animals and things we included in our proper noun. And remember this thing, proper noun is always begin with a capital letter. Let's see with some example. Very first, before we had taken the singer, but here that underlined word is Tony Kakkar. Now we have a person name, Tony Kakkar. Tony Kakkar gave a stunning performance. So now you get the idea. Here is a boy named Tony Kakkar gave a stunning performance. So that's proper, spatial name of a boy. Second, he is watching Motu Patlu. Before we had taken a cartoon show. So here now cartoon show name is clear, Motu Patlu. So here that's the thing that he is watching, that's a Motu Patlu cartoon. Third, we are going to Imagica. For the place, it means for the amusement park, we had taken the name of the proper spatial name of a place, that's Imagica. So that's our proper noun. This is Pussycat. Before we had taken this is a cat, but now we have the name of the cat. So that come in our proper noun. So here Pussycat, Pussy, that's the name of the cat. So we had talk about Pussycat. So these all are called our proper noun. Now third is about the collective noun. A collective noun is a word used to name a group of people, animal or thing. Please remember this thing. We had taken just only two names of a group of people, group of animal or thing. These three categories we had taken in our collective noun. Let's see with some examples. A class of students, a bunch of keys, a troop of monkeys, a flock of birds. So here whole group of students, bunch of geese, troop of monkeys, and flock of birds. That's our collective noun. A group of people were waiting at the bus stop. Underline word is a group of people. A group of people were waiting at the bus stop. Second, a band of musicians played at the hotel. A band of musicians played at the hotel. Second is the musician. That's a group of musicians that called the band of musicians. Because in a music band, that's a singer, and the music instrument player, these all are included. Grandfather has an album of stamps. Grandfather has an album of stamps. So grandfather has so many stamps, so he made an album for that. So that is why here written an album of stamps. So these all are called our collective noun. Fourth one, countable noun. Countable nouns have plural forms. We can count it. That's called countable noun. As for example, spoon, spoons, student, students, pen, pens, pencil, pencils. Countable nouns are objects that can be counted as separate using numbers. We can also put the numbers like 6 spoons, 20 students. How many is used with countable noun? So when we want to use how many, that indicate about the countable noun. How many pencils left in the box? How many pencils left in the box? Like this way you can use this word. Here is the example. Spoons. There is not only one here. Total 6 spoons are here. Students and pencils. This is the example of countable noun. We can count it. Fifth is uncountable noun. Uncountable nouns are nouns that cannot be counted using numbers. We do not use a or an before singular uncountable noun. Uncountable nouns do not have plural forms. Like the example here, very first is honey. So we had taken like this, a jar of honey. Second is paint, a can of paint. Third is bread, a loaf of bread. So like this way we can use for uncountable noun. These all the things are uncountable. Honey, paint, bread, water, sugar, these all are our uncountable noun. Let's see with some example. In case of plural, we write it as very first a jar of honey. For that we can use 2 jars of honey. Like this way we can use in plural forms. A can of paint. For that 3 cans of paint. Like this way we can use for the plural form. Third is a slice of bread, 3 slices of bread. Like this way we can use for uncountable noun. We use in our uncountable noun, we use in uncountable noun much, a little, a lot of, some, and any. To show quantity. Like the example, we had some curd in the afternoon. See here, some, that indicate quantity of curd. Rita had a lot of juice last evening. Rita had a lot of, this is the quantity of juice. We played a little music at the party. A little. This is the uncountable noun. Is there any rice left? Any, that's also come for uncountable noun. The well doesn't have much water. So here much, that's our uncountable noun. We use much, a little, a lot of, some and any with uncountable noun to show quantity. When we want about the quantity, when we ask about the quantity, we use these old words for uncountable noun. Next is, we use the before uncountable nouns only when the things begin referred to a special and not in general. Like the example, we are using the. The milk is in the fridge. This is specific. We are using the before uncountable nouns only when the things being referred to a special and not general. Here milk is taken as specific. So that is why the is written. Second example, warm some milk for the cat. Here some milk. This is general. Now second point is, abstract nouns are mostly uncountable. So all your feelings that come in abstract noun. So that is uncountable. Patriotism, courage, honesty, respect, laziness, these all are come in our abstract noun and also called uncountable. Now, how much is used with uncountable nouns? Like in countable noun, we had used how many. For uncountable noun, we are use how much. So, with very first example, how much water left in the jug? How much water left in the jug? So, the answer is like some water, a little water, much water. Some water in the jug, a little water in the jug, much water in the jug. So this is called uncountable. There are ways to quantify an uncountable noun. If we want to quantify uncountable nouns, so like this way we can quantify this word. Like the example, 1 glass of water. So here 1 glass of water, 1 box of cereal and 2 bars of soaps. So here 1 and 2, that's our quantifier words. The words glass, box and bar are uncountable. The words glass, box, bar are countable nouns. We use such words to measure or count the quantity of an uncountable noun. Thank you.